The Packers added defensive lineman Kenneth Odumegwa. You might be asking, who is this guy? So Kenneth Odumegwa was part of the NFL Africa initiative, which really kind of ties back into the International Player Pathway, the IPP, as the NFL is calling it, where they're trying to broaden the reach of, American football outside of just the United States. So there were 38 players from 13 countries that were invited to the International Combine in London at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Of that, 13 were selected to participate in the IPP. From there, those 13 were weeded down to 8, which were awarded to each team from two divisions, rather. The two divisions were the NFC North and the AFC West. So that's how we came to get defensive lineman Kenneth Odumegwa. His journey starts back, he's of Nigerian descent, born and raised. He attended the NFL Africa touchdown camp, which was a heavy push from former New York Giants defensive end O.C. Umenyiora. And at that camp, he was awarded the defensive MVP. And really, Umenyiora kind of took him under his wing a little bit and told him, hey, you're going to play defensive end. He's got good size from what it seems like. I can't find any actual reported numbers, but from a report during that event that took place last June, he ran a 4.8 40-yard dash and had a 33.5 vertical jump. So shows that he's got some good explosion. He is, physically, you look at him and he is cut up. He is a mammoth of a human being. To compare that further, Carl Brooks, another one of our defensive linemen from the draft, only jumped to 26.5. And Colby Wooden, the other defensive lineman, didn't jump at the NFL Combine, so we don't have any data for him. Now, the concern is obviously that he doesn't have a whole lot of football experience. He was kind of found as an athlete through a basketball organization, of all things. A lot of the players from the International Player Pathway played other sports, like rugby or soccer, things of that nature that are more accessible in the other parts of the world. But an interesting point in this whole thing is this initiative is pushing these players into the league, and they're able to hang on to the team for the year. From my understanding so far is that they don't count against your roster spots. They're essentially an added practice squad spot, and they can even be called up to the active roster throughout the year, similar to regular practice squad players. So it's an opportunity for them to get integrated into a professional football team and really get the experience that they wouldn't get anywhere else. I just think this is an outstanding program. I was completely unaware of it until the report came out earlier that we got this guy, and pretty excited to see how they can develop him, and if he's somebody that can stick with the Packers for years to come.